Good afternoon and selamat petang. Welcome to Zaid Ibrahim Podcast. Today, the conversation is with an established politician, well-known politician formerly from MCA, Datuk Lee Hua Beng. Welcome, Datuk Lee.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. It's very nice for you to be here. At least we can talk a bit about politics.
What else?
Yes. Now, let me introduce my guest first. He's a three-term assemblyman from Subanjaya. Now, three-term assemblyman from Subanjaya, it's not easy, yeah? You have to be very popular. He was a very popular man. And he was a top MCA guy. But, unfortunately for Datuk Lee, he was also sacked from MCA. He was chairman of Port Klang Authority, and I think he tried to clean up the scandal, as you all remember, 10, 15 years ago. And let him explain. Can you tell us why you were sacked from MCA? Briefly.
Basically, on my exposure of the PKZ scandal,
PKFZ?
PKFZ,
Yeah.
where I was appointed as a Port Klang Authority chairman to investigate. And in the process, a former MCA president and another former deputy president was charged in court. So I was appointed on ticket when Trust Solid later on took over MCA. He sacked me for the work I done in PKFZ.
Oh, so for doing a good job, you were sacked.
Depending from which angle. From the MCA angle, it's not a good job.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, from the public, maybe a good job.
Yes, because I remember there were millions of dollars lost, and there were so many officers of Port Klang were charged.
Yes.
What happened to that case? I can't remember.
Sadly, in all the cases, right, were either withdrawn or they'll see a day in court. So halfway through the court process, they also withdrew it.
They withdrew the case. Oh, this is Malaysia for you, lah.
Yeah, the government also practicing it.
Okay, lah. So now you are retired altogether, or you are still active?
I become an armchair critic.
Armchair critic. That means you are still active, lah.
Mentally, not physically.
But you have not joined any other party?
I mean, when MCA sacked me, I was offered by PKL or DAP, but I decided not to join and retire from politics.
Yeah, you decided not to join. Okay. So you spend a lot of time traveling then?
Yeah, traveling, spend time with my children and my grandchildren.
Okay. How many do you have?
I have 3 daughters and 5 grandchildren.
My goodness, very lucky.
Yeah.
But anyway, although you have retired, you can still talk about politics.
Of course I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
My first question is that worries me, and I think worries a lot of Malaysians. I think the relationship between the Malays and Chinese are getting bad to worse. Don't you think?
Definitely. In fact, they have been so bad as compared to previous years.
Yes. When we were younger, you
Yeah.
remember, I think the relationship between Malays and Chinese, not so bad.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because actually the Malay-based party, it can be UMNO, PKL, PAS or Amanah. So to get Malay votes, they get more Malay, become more Malay, more Islamic. The recent ruling said that have a guideline on how Muslim should behave when they attend non-Islamic activities. These are things not necessary, but this is a thing that create all this friction and divide us. Sadly.
Yeah, but that's the Malay political parties lah, Malay leaders lah. But people to people, that shouldn't be. You said the Malays are more Malay now, more Islamic. Well, what about Chinese? Don't you think Chinese are more Chinese now?
I think we
You don't think the Chinese are more,
No. I think most of them feel they've been cornered. So to be cornered, the tendency to mix with other race, especially Malays, has become lesser. So in the process, this division become wider. Sadly.
Now, what about? I think the problem in this country are more because of politicians rather than because of people. I think.
We are all former politicians.
Yeah, but
We contribute a little bit to it lah.
no, well, not me, but okay. But don't you think so? Do you think it's the politics that makes it very toxic?
Definitely, we all politicians contribute to it.
Yeah, I think because if before the relationship was a lot better, why should it be different? Because of politics, because of leaders saying this and that, and creating all sorts of issues, which actually maybe the people, if those issues were not raised by the leaders, maybe they don't even bother. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that it is because of, let's say Petaling Jaya community? Petaling Jaya has always been very Chinese, Indian, Malay, non-Muslim, Catholic, Indian, all sorts of community. So Petaling Jaya has never had any problem before. But now I think you are a lot more. And that is because I think, okay, let me ask you this. For example, MCA. See, MCA in those days were very close with Malay parties, with UMNO especially. But MCA today, what do? They're not even close to UMNO. So they're close with what? With whom?
No, not because they're not close to UMNO. UMNO doesn't want them. UMNO chuck them away and now sleeping with DAP.
Oh, so UMNO don't want MCA.
Yeah, chuck them away and then have the new wife.
No. So the new wife always better lah.
Of course.
Oh, but why is MCA now? This is the thing, I say this to some MCA friends. I say, why do you still be? Why are you still a Chinese party? Why can't you be a multiracial party? I mean, after all, I'm not interested in you. Why can't you find your own friends? Make your own friends?
I think since Merdeka, the political support that you go for is on racial lines. Even like, for example, DAP claim to be a multiracial party, but they depend solely or 95% on Chinese or non-Malay support. So even though they put Malay candidates as in the election and won, but they all win in Chinese area, not in Malay areas. So same thing with Chinese. So like DAP, right, need Chinese area. Then PKL, even that, because Malay support for PKL is so weak, right, they will go to Chinese area. So this division happened. As to your earlier question, why are we breaking apart? Because our voters, partly our fault lah. Voters, they're not cross racial lines. They like their own race. Generally are not all true, but generally true. And because that, candidates behave more Malay to get Malay votes, more Chinese to get Chinese votes, this and that. That's why I've always asked, why don't we follow? Of course, most people don't like follow Singapore, but the Singapore style of 3 candidates in one area, where from 3 race or minimum 2 race, this will create a lot of unity. Right? They force all the candidates to get votes from every side.
Yeah, but I mean, I want to come back to MCA. Now, MCA now, you said that you would depend, since Merdeka, you depend on Chinese vote. But Chinese are not voting. They have rejected you. Very clear. They have rejected you many times.
For a long time, MCA had to depend on Malay votes. Even now although the 2 MP that we have one on slightly Malay majority.
But that's what I'm saying. Why can't they become a multiracial party? Why don't you change? Instead of Malay Chinese Association, Malaysian Chinese Association, why don't you call it a Malaysian Association, Malaysian not Chinese Malaysian Country Association or something?
I think Gerakan really tried their best, but they fail. End up
no, Gerakan failed because Chong Yu succeeded
when he was there.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You see, if Gerakan at one time succeeded, why can't the MCA leader today? Why can't you do a Gerakan style of leadership, and I think Penang was a good example. But nobody else has succeeded, of course. But you can do that. I think it's leadership.
I know if MCA try to go for to convert to a multiracial party, they are really weak. I think they'll die immediately.
But they're already dead.
No, still a little bit lah. Still a little bit lah. But because as long UMNO won't allow them to go multiracial, right? So they have to behave more Chinese to get Chinese votes. That's their role. I know
Yeah.
because UMNO don't need them to get Malay votes. See, you know.
Yeah, of course. You ask UMNO, but even UMNO also may may not last very long. I mean, you can see lah. So why are you sticking to a old alliance? It's not working.
Yeah,
Are you close to
Since-
the president, MCA?
no. Since they sacked me,
No, but the guy who sacked you is not here now.
but
Now is Wee Ka Siao.
not only him but the top leadership of MCA
They don't like.
don't like to see me. It
Oh,
may affect their future in MCA.
oh, okay, okay. Yeah, but I don't know. The other thing I noticed is this, you know. I think I noticed that, you know. Okay, the Malays, the party that the Malays support, that receive a lot of Malay support now, actually is PAS. It's not UMNO. Why is it that, for example, MCA, why can't you be close to PAS? You know, for 40 years, you were close to UMNO because UMNO was the leader of the Malays. It makes sense. But today, the leader of the Malays is PAS. Why can't the MCA go with the Malays?
I'm
With-
MCA
with
worked with
PAS.
PAS before, but whether they dare to openly go with PAS, I think it's taboo for more Chinese-based party, including DAP lah. Sadly,
Yeah, that's because you listen to DAP punya propaganda. DAP don't want you to be close to PAS. That's why they attack PAS. They know that if the Malays go with MCA, if the Malays go with MCA will recover. MCA will revive itself. So if I'm the president of MCA, I will be close to PAS.
I think yes and no. I think Dominic Song, the Gerakan president, stood in the Malay majority area in Penang. He still lost, no. So
Yeah, that's Malay majority is okay lah, but he wasn't very close to PAS. He is still trying to say that we are bersatu. Bersatu is not a PAS. He's a bersatu man in the coalition. He should go with PAS, and I'm sure if he were to stand with PAS, he will win. Do you know Dominic? You better tell him.
I think PAS under Hadi be difficult, but under the late Nick Aziz, or if people like more moderate Malays control PAS, I think more acceptable.
You see, Mr. Lee, Dato' Lee, sometimes people talk very well. Some people talk so well, they say, oh, he's moderate. Oh, he's liberal. Oh, he is progressive. Talk is cheap. You have to know the person. And sometimes leaders like Hadi, sometimes he's catering for his group of supporters. Of course, he has to sound very Islamic and very conservative and very. Just like the AP will sound very liberal, very rule of law, but nothing happens in action. So what I'm trying to say is, why can't the Chinese be closer to PAS? Try and understand them better.
I think it's food for thought, definitely, right? Because whether like or not, Malays are all 100% behind PAS.
Yeah.
Now they got 58. I think the next election they will add more. So, and we are living in the Malay majority area, no. We are the minority. So we have to look at PAS and shouldn't fear PAS. As long as we fear PAS, we cannot have
I'm glad you
good
said
life
that.
in
I'm glad.
I have this thinking. That's why I've said in social media before that this time I won't be scared to vote
For
PAS.
Good. I mean, the Chinese shouldn't be scared. You see, you must remember, PAS is a party, it's a registered party. It's a lawful party. So, if they want to govern, I'm sure they want to govern. That's why they've been fighting election the last 50, 60 years. If they want to govern, they have to follow the law, they have to follow the constitution, they have to follow. So, although they may sound very radical, but when they are actually in government, when Hadi was in government, you yourself, can you explain your experience when PAS was in federal government?
No, the funny thing is the DAP and including MCA to a certain extent, we have demonized PAS so much until the Chinese are so scared of PAS. Actually, the green wave. But actually, I've been telling a lot of Chinese, right, that the green wave already started under Anwar.
Yes.
Right, they shouldn't fear Hadi. and a lot of people didn't know Hadi was in government for 4 years. No?
Yes.
The PAS was, and they were quite dominant.
Yeah.
2 years under Muhyiddin and 2 years under Ismail Sabri.
Yeah.
And what happened? Nothing. But under Anwar, 2 years plus, so many
green wave.
I'm not against Islamic because we are staying in Islamic country. But as a Chinese, if you fear which party more Islamic, to me, Anwar is more Islamic than Hadi.
Yeah. I hope the Chinese listeners are listening, because you see the DAP has succeeded in getting the Chinese to be so angry with PAS. So they take up all these sometimes silly statements, sometimes wrong statements, sometimes radical statements, and then they painted PAS as a very radical, anti-Malaysia, kind of thing. Look, I'm sure we have tried. I mean, speaking as also someone who has retired from politics, but I look at the future. You see, if you and most people agree that the dominant leadership must be Malay leadership, because it's a majority Malay country, just like dominant leadership in Singapore has to be Chinese, and the dominant leadership in India has to be either Modi or whoever else. Now, when we have to accept that, then we have to live with that group. But you could not live with that group or understand that group if you listened to only one side of the story, which is the story told to you by either the AP or UMNO. Well, you must learn to understand PAS yourself.
I think actually Chinese, we tend to forget that DAP have worked with PAS
Yes.
government.
Before.
DAP, MCA have worked with PAS to form government.
Yeah.
So
there's nothing new.
there's nothing new actually. So as I agreed earlier, because whether line up PAS will get the majority of Malay votes, and they're going to be stronger in the next election. So it's better to work with them or to be opposition within the government rather than opposition outside.
Yeah. No, I think I have, I've seen PAS rule. Okay, some of the administration may not be so strong. People say, oh, how come the states, Kelantan, Kedah, Terengganu, not developed, although PAS has been running the country, the states for so many years. Yeah, because they don't have money. Because our federal system is such that all the taxation is collected by federal government. The money is collected by the state governments. All just cukai tanah, cukai pintu. How much can you collect?
Yeah.
So you can't do much. So you cannot just PAS on the basis of that, And I think the Chinese should be more open-minded, And like you said, if you can work with PAS under Tok Guru, but I'm sure Hadi too. I mean, Hadi also is quite old. And I'm sure Hadi or PAS, when they come to power, they also will change. I mean, there are so many other leaders who are very capable. So, can you organize some events to get the Chinese to support PAS?
I'm too old. Past my time. I very happily retired. But I agree. We have to work with PAS because whether they will get the majority of the Malay support and they will get stronger in the next election. Yeah. So Chinese, if they want to have a good, have a very good life in Malaysia, they have to take cognizance of this fact.
Yes.
Otherwise, be one corner all the time.
Yeah. And I think, as far as I know, although the Chinese in Kelantan minority, but in Kota Baru is actually 15%. It's not that small. And I come from Kota Baru. And I think the Chinese are doing business very well in Kelantan. They are doing they own a lot of land. They're a lot of, the most successful developers are Chinese. The most successful durian owners are Chinese. The most successful days are Chinese in Kelantan.
The most successful loggers are also Chinese.
The most successful loggers are Chinese. So you can when PAS rule federal, you probably the same.
Yeah, in fact, I told a lot of Chinese. We definitely have friends in Kelantan, Terengganu, Perlis, and Kedah, which are under PAS control.
You see,
so
yes,
they have no problem.
One, you see, totally. One of the things that I think people do not appreciate is this. You see, PAS, they say is more Islamic, more wanted to put Islam into the country. Actually, PAS wants to Islamic more towards the Muslim. I don't think PAS is interested to Islamize you or the Chinese. I don't think so. You know, for example, you notice or not, you know, they always say that PAS is not open, not liberal. They may not be liberal. They may be not so open. But it's because they want to protect the Muslim. Their first priority is to make sure the Muslims are like this. But they're not interested to Islamize you. I mean, can you imagine, you know, in Kelantan, you know, those days when Tok Guru was the Menteri Besar, he would go to the temple, the Chinese temple. He would go to this. It's normal. He would go for Chinese function. Nobody cares. The mixing around was normal. Okay, they sometimes come up with this rule like, oh, you got to, the Chinese are scared of short skirt. Yeah, you know, sometimes they have these rules somewhere in the, but they don't enforce it. I mean, in Kelantan today, you know, I don't see people arrested for that. It's just like in Iran. You know, if you go to Iran, the law says all the women must cover the hijab. But if you go to Tehran or you go to Isfahan, or whatever, there are a lot of women who don't cover. They don't force it. It's just to show they are an Islamic government.
I think
Sometimes I have that problem. You know, they have a lot of rules, but they don't arrest you.
I think as long they can implement Sharia law, as long Sharia law don't apply to non-Muslim, and if they want, I mean, it's nothing wrong because we are living in Muslim majority area, but they must not turn Malaysia into a Islamic theocracy state.
You know, if there is one person who wants to change, if there's one group who wants to change Malaysia to Islamic state, it's not from PAS, it's from somewhere else. I can tell you that. If you look at the issue, the DAP make a lot of noise. The DAP like to make a lot of noise to demonize PAS, of course. If you look at the issue of 355, I think I've discussed this with you before. You see, we have a federal law in 1965, you know, of the Sharia, the powers of the Sharia court to pass sentence, basically. You know, in 1965, the Sharia court can only pass sentence up to, I think, $1,000 fine or something like that, or 1 month's jail. It's very minimal. But that has been changed already. Now it's about $3,000 fine, and then maybe 6 months jail. You know, that has been changed already, and that was changed during UMNO Barisan's time. So when Hadi and PAS said we want to amend 355 again, they wanted to increase the limit some more. You know, all the Chinese get upset, but that law is meant for Malays or for Muslims. People like me should be opposed to it, of course. Malays who are more in the town, you know, should be worried about 355, not the Chinese. PAS never said, you know, we open this demarcation, you know, which the federal constitution already said. The Sharia court is for Muslim. That has never changed.
No, I agree with your point.
But when PAS wants 355 to increase the sentence of the Sharia court, it applies to Muslim. But why are you all so angry?
I don't think we are angry. We fear because right now the current law, the secular law, is ranked higher than the Sharia law. But these two acts, RU 355 and the Mufti bill, is amending the constitution to allow
No.
to say that Sharia law is equal or more important. In certain aspect.
I think that is not correct.
That's what we have in mind,
Yeah, that's what they have in mind. We have a dual system. We have a dual system. You see, for Muslim, personal laws, the highest law is a Muslim law. It's the Sharia law. It's not the civil law.
No, I think a Muslim, if they lose in the Sharia law, they can go to a secular law to fight.
No,
they can't.
They can't. The power is you see, the constitution has been amended in 19. This is where the Chinese understand. In 1987, the Article 121 has already said it very clearly. The Sharia court's jurisdiction is Sharia court, and the civil court is civil court. It's separate. What keeps us as we are today is this: that the areas that governs Islamic law, Sharia law, are matters pertaining to personal law of Muslim. For example, a contract law doesn't come under that. A commercial law doesn't come under that. Constitutional law doesn't come under that. So why are we worried about Islamic State? There's no Islamic State. Our constitution has never been amended.
Agree, but for example, small things like in Kelantan, the government come up with a rule, or local authority come rule that you cannot wear shorts to a government department.
Okay.
So she only apply to Muslim, but non-Muslim wear shorts also.
No, but that's because non-Muslim don't want to challenge that law because that law may not be valid. Hey, not just in Kelantan, in Petaling Jaya too.
Yeah,
you go to immigration department.
Yeah.
So don't blame PAS for that. This is the Islamization brought about by federal government. So one, nobody challenged that law. If they do, they might be successful. It might be, because that is about personal conduct, whether it's decency, the law on decency, whether it's indecent, that may come under federal. But a lot of confusion now. People blame everything, the Islamization in this country, on PAS. No. PAS has not ruled this country long enough to change the complexion. No. It's always UMNO that ruled this country. And where we are today is because of UMNO. So, if I'm a Chinese fellow, I'll try PAS also. I'm not guaranteeing you, but I'm saying, why not? You try, because they have not been in power for that many years. If you try them, for all you know, they might be more understanding of your needs.
I think PAS got a long way to go to get Chinese votes. I have observed the new batch of PAS leaders at the state level, at the young MPs. I think if they can be given chance to be outspoken, I believe they can attract a lot of non-Malay votes.
I think PAS has got a poor PR.
Yeah.
They don't explain things very well. Really? No, I think so. I think the Islamists in this country are not from PAS. It's from another group. But that group may be more clever in hiding their color. Okay, we talk about it. But I think the Chinese should be more open-minded. Open about, okay, we want an open country, we want a democracy. I also want democracy. And I'm sure PAS, if they know they're going to lose a vote, they also want democracy. Malaysia, Sabah, Sarawak, Johor, and all the other states, they will never change. They are a very progressive state. They are a very multiracial state. The Karazan don't want an Islamic state also. So if PAS wants to govern, they also have to take into account all this. So you don't think when they come to power, they say, oh, I don't care what you say. They cannot do that. They will be reasonable. Vote PAS.
I think I'm not asking Chinese to vote PAS, but reason why I'm not afraid of PAS because the DAP, and including Anwar Ibrahim and PKR leaders, have taken non-Malay votes for granted. No? They know that we can never vote PAS. They know that we have no alternate party. So actually, come to the point of ignoring them. No?
Yeah.
And actually DAP, they spend more effort to get non-Chinese votes than taking care of Chinese. Because they know that Chinese got nowhere to go. They got no choice.
Yeah.
So that's why as long as we all Chinese have this mentality, will be left behind.
Yeah.
Everything left behind by the current government.
You know, the
So I
other...
say we shouldn't be scared.
Yeah,
to
you know
be
what I tell
open-minded.
you. You know what I tell you one thing, you know. You know what I tell you one thing, you know. We have tried all the Malay groups. We have tried UMNO. We have tried PKR, Anwar. You all have tried. When it comes to managing the economy, I think the Chinese will be better off with PAS. You know why? You know why? Firstly, it's a relative new party. PAS. Maybe they don't have as many years experience in this and that. So naturally they will use those who know how to help them. The Chinese can help them build the country. They did not start all this NEP. They did not start all this special, that. PAS never talk about that. PAS is Islam.
Agree, but under their Islamic guideline, non-Muslim cannot sit in the top position.
No.
So Chinese who is not Muslim
in
cannot
their
go out.
party.
Yeah, in the government also.
No, there's no such thing. When they were in government, I'm
talking in state government.
No, that's because they won the seat. When in Kota Lama is a seat. It's a Chinese seat. The representative for 3 terms is a Chinese man. So you don't listen to this propaganda. PAS will sit down with anybody who can help them.
They want to govern also.
Yeah.
All political parties.
They want to govern. For example, if Dato' Lee is the candidate for PAS, let's say, and if you win Subang Jaya, I'm sure in Selangor they'll take you as an ESCO. Of course, they won't take you as president of PAS, because you are not a Muslim. But they'll take you as kawan, as allies. And it's the same thing in UMNO. You think UMNO will take you as president of UMNO? So at the end of the day, you have to go with a party, I think, to transform the economy of this country. I think you have to try PAS. Because the Malay parties so far have always used the same excuse. Malay this special privilege Malay group penswastaan You want to privatize. This Malay group criticize Mahathir. Why you privatize airplane? Today, they themselves privatize airport. See,
But still,
worse. So why don't you trust PAS? Maybe PAS will not privatize a lot of things. Maybe they will do it with the Chinese to build this country. Look from the economic angle. Don't worry about the skirt or don't worry about concerts. If PAS also will, if they don't allow you to watch concerts, switch on YouTube or fly to Singapore. You know, the Chinese have to be more strategic
but I don't think this attitude will change during my lifetime. Or maybe, but PAS got to do a lot of work. They want to. But as I said
You
earlier,
have to
this my
help
third
them,
time.
Why can't you help them?
No, I'm happily retired.
No, you want to help the country. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's go to another topic.
Okay.
This is the last part of our discussion. I want to ask you about education. Okay? You see, the Chinese school in Kelantan, I'm telling you the Chinese school. Before, the number of Malay students in Chinese private school, Sekolah Jenis Kebangsaan or Chinese school, very small. Now it's 40% of the students are Malays. Okay? And PAS encouraged this. PAS never stopped Malays from going to Chinese school. Just leave it to the parents. You know? I am sure one day there will be more Malays in Chinese school, in Kelantan or Terengganu or whatever. What I'm trying to say to you is that PAS is not racist in that sense. I was surprised when I checked the figures. So what is important for the Chinese? Isn't it education? Isn't it business? Or is it short skirt? Which one do you want? You can see that in past, business in Kelantan, the Chinese are very open to doing all sorts of business. Nobody stopped them. So I think if education, they will allow you. I'm sure the past will allow, will support whatever good education, whether it's vernacular, Chinese or whatever. Those who are opposed to Chinese education are this other group. So Let me ask you this: what other things are you worried about for the future of the country? Isn't it economy number one, and education number one?
Chinese always economy and education.
Yes.
Level politics.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, we talk about government doing business. Huh? Government doing business is all UMNO creation. Until today, it's followed by Anwar lah, Huh? All this, all big business lah, khazanah lah, hospital, private, even government hospital become public, a private hospital lah, becomes this lah, this type of business. PAS doesn't have this experience, So maybe they will change business.
But if they want to change, they must start showing in the 4 states that are in control.
But those are federal.
No, even state, they can do a lot of things. In Terengganu, Kelantan,
Yeah, but
Kedah, and police. If they start doing things, what you have said, I think, well, Chinese are very practical persons. Very practical. We are not interested in politics. They leave it alone to do business, leave our legend alone, leave our education alone.
Yeah.
We're quite happy.
So you are right. I think PAS should start showing now.
Yeah, in these 4 states, they are in control.
Yes.
I know.
They are very open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you are right. I hope PAS also listen to Mr. Lee's advice. Huh? They should try and show their leadership of the whole country, not just a Muslim group.
They should invite Chinese activists to their conference, closed door conference, and one-to-one with us. Then they will learn a lot.
You think the Chinese activists will go there?
I will go if
You
I'm
will
invited.
go. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be open.
Yeah.
We should be open. Yeah. Okay. What about now? Education, I think, will not suffer under PAS. I do think so. The economy, I think, will be better. Education will be okay. So generally, I think Malaysia should be all right, huh? You're right. And because there are only 60% Malays, you cannot govern the whole country yourself. You know that. So PAS also needs allies in the government. But you must support them also so that you become their allies rather than their enemy.
They must change first, then we will support.
Oh, they change first.
Yeah, because they are in a position to change. And we are on outside, you must see the change, then you come in.
Oh.
But as I said, this is my 4th time saying it. Malays are going to vote PAS. PAS will get a lot of Malay support. And they're going to definitely increase more parliament seats in the next election.
Yes.
So to have a harmonious and a better Malaysia, we have to vote in PAS somehow.
What about the Indians? Okay, let me ask you your experience as a politician. The Indians today, as you know, MIC is also very weak. They only have, 1 or 2 seats. And then they have many parties, Where are they moving towards?
No, their problem is there's no constituency, including state constituency, where there are a large portion of Indian voters. So it's all a bit here, a bit there. Some may come to 20% at most. So because of that, they're slowly losing their grassroots support. So and because of that, the leaders must behave less Indian to go up.
Yeah.
The more they have more Indian, they cannot be nominated as candidate or even go up to whole government post. So that's the problem with Indians now.
Yes. I know they have about 10% in Penang.
Yeah, but no constituency more than 20% Indian votes.
Yeah, they have maybe 50% in Negeri Sembilan or something like that. And then Selangor.
Yeah.
So, and so MIC is still with Barisan, right?
MIC still Barisan. The 3 party, MIC, MC, and UMNO. But today I don't understand why MIC and MC still with the unity government. I can understand.
Maybe they get something.
Personally, maybe but not the party or ordinary members. Because the party, MIC and MC, actually are ill-treated by the unity government.
Yeah.
Ill-treated. Yeah. But yet, they are still there. I don't know why.
They're still there,
huh?
Maybe Anwar has got a charm. I don't know. I tried to get MCA to speak on Baporka, but nobody...
No. MCA under Wee Ka Siong can never rise up. We need a new leader in MCA.
Yeah, but that's what they say in UMNO too. They say UMNO also will never rise beside.
True.
But the politics in this country is such that the parties are all controlled by the president.
Yeah, too strong, president too strong.
No, because the system is like that. Because the president controls everything, put all their men, and the registrar of society is not very strong in making sure,
Including PKR now also no more direct voting. Also go through delegate system.
Yeah.
Easier to control delegates than ordinary members.
Yeah. UMNO also wants to change that. And then PKR also no election, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's all the same thing. You see, that's why you must try pass. Okay. Thank you very much for talking to me. I hope we can talk about other things of interest in the future. And if you have other ideas or other suggestions you want to share with the public, please let me know. Thank you very much, Dato'.
Thank you very much.